Come here, Brother Daniel, read that.
Thine ox shall be slain before thine eyes.
Hey, how many, remember they killed 60 million buffalo, did they not? 60 million buffalo in how long? In 60 years. That's 1 million buffalo every year. Why? Because the natives and the blacks that was there that was working together, what they was using with the buffalo, they would make bow and arrows with the bones and the tendons and the ligaments. With the fat of the buffalo, they would make soap. They would make oils. It would help build their booths and their tents. That's what the buffalo was there for. They was very pivotal to their survival out there, especially during extreme weather, harsh weather conditions. So what did the white man say because he couldn't defeat the tribe of Gad and the black man? He said, let's kill their resources. Let's destroy their resources. Hey, look, the white man is he's playing chess on another level right now because we don't know who we are. Keep reading.
And thou shalt not eat thereof.
Come on.
Thine ass shall be violently taken away from before thy face.
It says shall be violently taken away. An ass is a donkey in the Bible, right? What did we do? What did we do with that? We would pile up our equipment on the donkeys, our groceries, the things that we needed on a daily basis. Today, that's what? Today, that could be your vehicle. And what happens? It gets repoed. It gets taken away. You gotta pay an inspection fee. You gotta have your plates up to date. You gotta have a good driver's license. You gotta abide by the laws. You gotta pay for gas. Everything comes with payments. That's called captivity. Captivity, and we rely on our enemies in the one of all things. Read.
And shall not be restored to thee.
And it's not going to be restored. How many times when you was younger, maybe the police did take your vehicle? Was it restored? No. Were things taken from you from the authorities and it wasn't given back to you? Like what happens a lot? That happens with our brothers with their lives. They get put to death in these streets. They can't get their life back. Read.
Thy sheep shall be given unto thine enemy.
Come on.
And thou shalt have none to rescue them.
So who's this talking about? Why did this happen? I'm gonna tell you why this happened. What's your name, bro, with the Texas? Mike, watch this. Because the brother asked, why is this happening to the Jews? Because we are the real Jews. We not African Americans. We not a color in a crayon box. We were given a holy name and we lost our heritage. We lost our culture. Our culture is not twerking on TikTok and Instagram. Our culture is not getting high and getting drunk and fighting and killing one another. That's not our culture. We lost the royalty that we were. We're royalty. But we got to come back to our true culture, which is the laws of God. And because we went away from the laws of God, we became a cursed people. Read that.
Make it known.
Deuteronomy 28:15.
Deuteronomy 28 verse 15.
Bring it out.
But it shall come to pass.
This is what Moses told the children of Israel when they came out of slavery. He said, hold on now. This is what's going to happen to us. This is a message from your creator, the one that woke you up today. The one that woke you up today. The one that's keeping you healthy. The one that he ain't give cancer to you yet. He ain't give you diabetes. He the reason your organs are functioning. He the reason you blessed. This is your father. And he's a black man. He ain't no white man. Read.
If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So if you don't show appreciation for your life, for everything that you have, look at what's going to happen. Read.
To observe to do all his commandments.
No, Baptists.
To do all his commandments.
Mormons.
All his commandments.
Pentecostal.
All his commandments.
These are not his commandments. These are what he said to stay the hell away from, black man. He said, stay the hell away from this Spanish man. He said, this ain't got nothing to do with us. They teach us white Jesus with this. That's what they teach us. They're not teaching us the truth about the scriptures. God said if we didn't keep the commandments, what would happen?
That all these curses,
and all these blessings,
all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So keep reading. He's going to tell you what kind of curse he was going to put on his chosen people, which you are. Read.
Cursed shall thou be in the city.
Who's cursed in the cities of America? How they curse? Last hire, first fire.
Wake 'em up.
Worst jobs. We ain't no CEOs. We dominate the NBA. Why they ain't got no owners?
Right.
Anytime they tell you that they got a black owner, that's a lie. He's a partial owner.
Right.
He don't own that thing 100% like Mr. Washington.
Right.
You see, even Michael Jordan don't own an NBA team 100%.
Right.
Look at what Ice Cube tried to do with the big three.
Right.
And they can't, and they coming for his neck. Why? Because a black man wants to empower his people.
Right.
That's why we cannot never trust the enemy. These are our enemies.
Right.
Read.
Cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field.
We was cursed in the fields. What fields was we cursed in? The cotton fields.
Right.
What fields were you cursed in? You Hispanic Latino? What field was you cursed in?
Wake him up.
Huh?
Same thing.
Yeah.
You can look at videos right now in Mexico or Puerto Rico. They out there chopping sugar cane
Right.
and tobacco and beans.
Right.
We was in the same plantation.
Right.
Different product, same plantation. Different product, same plantation. Same owners. They was American Caucasian, Spaniard Caucasian,
Bring it up.
Italian Caucasian,
Right.
German Caucasian.
Right.
And they all had blacks and Hispanics producing and making sure that everything grew from their plantations. They made sure that they put that on us. That burden was placed upon us. Read.
Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store.
Curse is going to be your bank, your checking account. That's what that goes into. How many times you worried about overdrafting? You got to keep checking. You got to keep checking your balance to make sure you don't overdraft. Because if you overdraft, what do these white bank owners do?
Take your
They put you in a deeper hole. They say, hey, you overdrew. Now you owe us $100. Now we're gonna give you a $50 overcharge fee. How you supposed to pick yourself back up?
Right.
Because I'm telling you, we are relying on our enemies to help us out. But all they doing is burying us that much more further. Because y'all are the real Jews.
Right.
Hey bro, you know Christ is a black man, right? Did you know that? Let's read that. Let's get it. We gotta go to the basics. Revelations 1 and 1.
The book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 1.
Come on.
The revelation of Jesus Christ.
Revelation means to reveal. This Bible is not written by a white man.
That's right.
This is the book of our fathers. These was black men.
That's right.
Isaiah, Nehemiah, Jeremiah. These are your daddies.
Right.
These are our fathers.
Right.
They are not white men. Read. Verse 14.
Verse 14.
Go ahead.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
His head and his hairs was white like wool. Touch your hair, bro. Touch your hair. That's woolly hair right there.
Whoa.
That's woolly hair. That you was made in the image of God.
That's right.
You was made in the image of the Almighty God.
Right.
That naturalness that we have, that's beauty. God is the author of beauty.
Right.
What do our sisters do? That love the white man? They put blonde, yellow hair in their head.
Right.
That's a form of self-hatred.
Whoa.
And you know what we say is, man, yeah, your hair look nice. No, the hell it don't.
Right. Bring it out.
What if you put on a Donald Trump wig? How that gonna look? It'll look crazy.
Right.
So what our sisters look like? Our sisters looking crazy.
Right.
With the yellow hair in their head.
Right.
You remember how our sisters used to look in the 40s and the 50s with their afros? With their naturalism? We need to go back to that, but it starts with you men. You got to embrace the fact that you was made in the image of God. Read.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
White like wool. Woolly hair come from sheep wool and it don't fall down to the ground. It's woolly, it's afro textured. Read verse 15.
And his feet.
Now the feet of Christ, we are revealing in Revelations the image of Christ. His feet are what?
Like unto fine brass.
What color is brass, Daniel? What color is brass?
Brass.
Huh? No. Right here,
It's bronze. Like
What
a
is it?
brown.
There you go. There you go. It's a brown. It's brown. Bronze. If you say, I like what you say. You said bronze. You know why?
I'm looking at his skin. I'm like,
'Cause-
it's like us. It's
But
like.
it's going to be more than that. It don't even stop there. The line continues, and I'm going to get to it. But when we say we go into the beach to get a bronze, what are we saying? We going to get darker. And look, the line continues. Read.
As if
So stop. The line didn't finish. He said he was brown as if.
they burn in a furnace.
They burned in a furnace. You hear that? So you can't say, it didn't say burning, so you can't say red like it said past tense. It was already burnt.
Right.
So now, after you already burn it and take it out and it's burnt, what color do it get?
Bring it out.
You ever burn some chicken? You ever burn a steak on the
Bring it
grill?
out.
What color do it get? What color that hamburger get when you burn it on the grill?
Come out.
It get black.
That's right.
Why are we saying that this is a white man's book? Song of Solomon 1 and 5.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
That's what Christ looks like according to the Bible. That's what the Most High God looks like. That's what Isaiah, Jeremiah, Moses, the greatest men that ever walked this earth, that'll never be forgotten about.
Right.
You know who's gonna be an afterthought, never to be remembered? Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Jerry Rice. These men, that Hall of Fame, that's temporary. That ain't nobody gonna remember that crap. Ain't nobody gonna care about their history. All that Hall of Fame, that's garbage. The real Hall of Fame is the men of this Bible. And their names are going to be an everlasting name forever and ever. Read.
Song of Solomon chapter 1 and verse 5.
Read.
I am black.
What did Solomon say?
I am black.
Hold on, that's in the Bible?
I am black.
But I thought the white man wrote the Bible.
I am black.
Ain't no interpretation there.
Right.
Ain't no interpretation. He literally told you, I am black. Right. Verse 6.
Verse 6. Look not upon me because I am black, because the sun hath looked upon me.
Didn't we just quote an analogy earlier about if you go to the beach to get some sun, what happens to your skin? You get blacker. Right. He said the reason why I'm black, because I be in that sun, I be working harder. Right? Revelations 2 and 9. And then I'm going to tell you who the Jews are not, who ain't the real Jews. Because you got people out there saying they the Jews, and they not.
Right.
If you look up Jewish people, my man right here, brother, you look up Jewish people, what's going to pop up on your phone?
Nah.
Now, if you look up Jewish people, the Jewish,
You gonna see them yarmulkes with the twirls.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But when we read in the Bible, their skin was black.
Right.
They was black men. So when did they start looking like that? How did they start? You know when the Bible says I am black, you know that's the reason the fake Jewish people wear those black hats and black jackets, so that they can say, oh, that's talking about us and what we wore. No, it's talking about their complexion.
That's right.
Read what you got.
Revelation chapter 2 and verse 9. I know thy works and tribulation.
God says he know the work you put in. He know your tribulation. Everything we went through. We have some tough, hard lives, man. I averaged a funeral a month growing up where I'm from. And I know y'all go through the same thing out here in Houston, Dallas, Killeen. Killeen supposedly stand for kill each and every nigga. That's what I heard. But we are an oppressed people. We are destroyed, and the other nations, they set up shop right in our neighborhoods, and we don't own nothing. The East Indian own all the hotels.
Bring it out.
The whites own all the banks and the Walmarts and HEBs. What do we got? What do we got to show for besides a car and a house? If we was the past, what are we gonna give to our children so that they not oppressed?
He's saying the same thing.
You know why that's happening? Because we're cursed people. And the only way to come out those curses is to do what? Keep the commandments. But you need somebody to teach you. Read.
I know thy works and tribulation and poverty.
And poverty.
But thou art rich.
God calls you rich. You know why? Because this earth, this whole earth, it ain't no equality. Y'all rule this earth. We rule this earth 100%. We ain't going half with no nation. Read.
And I know the blasphemy.
What's a blasphemy?
When you disrespect God.
Huh?
Like when you do stuff against God's will, right?
No. What's a blasphemy? You watch sports?
Wake them up.
You watch sports? You know Stephen A. Smith, when he say blasphemous, when somebody gives him an opinion, and he says blasphemous, why is he saying that? Because it's a blatant lie.
Wake them up.
What's a blasphemy, bro? Blasphemy. What he just did. He knows what it means.
Yeah.
Blasphemy means a blatant lie. A blatant lie. He knows the what?
And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews.
Of them which say they are Jews.
And are not.
How do they say that they the Jews? When they tell you color don't matter, and then they whitewash your God.
Wake them up!
That's how they ain't do it verbally.
Right.
They did it because they did it in the movie. They put it in the commercial. They put it on the social media.
Right.
They show you white hands coming out the sky when it should be black hands.
Right.
They show you white feet being pierced when it should be black feet. As black as burnt unto a furnace black feet.
Wake them up! Bring it out.
That's how they communicate to you that he's a white man.
Wake them up!
But that goes against the Bible.
That's right!
Because God is a black man.
That's right!
The prophets were black men.
Right.
The Bible is for you. It's not for the whole world.
That's right!
The Bible was meant for you. But do you want it? Do you want to embrace it?
Right.
Do you love it? You don't like being lied to? You like being lied to? You like being lied to? So if the truth comes around, what should you do? You should love it.
Right.
There ain't no in between.
Right.
If you hate being lied to, then you should love the truth when you hear it.
Right.
Psalms 119, 142.
Bring it out.
And then hold that Revelations. Read that.
The book of Psalms, chapter 119, verse 142. Bring it out.
The Bible said, let God be true and every man a liar. So we're going to show you what the Bible says the truth is. In a world full of lies and religion, what should we follow? What is the truth? Read.
Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law.
And thy what?
Thy law is the truth.
So what's the truth? According to God, according to your creator, what is the truth?
Wake them up. Make it known.
Read it again for them. We got you. We got you. We're going to work with our brothers. That's why we're here, because we love y'all.
That's right.
I could be at home scratching my ass in the AC right now, watching TV.
Right.
But what am I doing? We out here trying to bring our brothers back to who they are. Their holy nationality, their sacred nationality. That we not niggas out here. We not African Americans. We're the 12 tribes of Israel. Read that again.
Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness.
And thy what?
And thy law is the truth.
So what's the truth? There you go. The law is the truth. Guess what the law is today? Today's the Sabbath day. And you know what God says we can't be doing today? We can't be buying and selling. But what are we doing? We going in there, we buying and we selling. And we make the other nations rich as we break and offend our heavenly maker. Isn't that something? What a lot of other people doing on the Sabbath day? They twerking and going to clubs on God's most holy day, the Sabbath day. Right? So how do you love God? 1 John 5 and 3. How do you love God? How do you show him? Because everybody else, clearly they don't love God, because if not, they would love the truth, which is the law. Read.
The book of 1 John chapter 5 verse 3. For this is the love of God.
This is how you show God love, because you can't give him a hug and a kiss. You can't send him no gifts. So how do you show you love the black Messiah, Christ the King, who looks just like you when you look in the mirror? Christ looks just like you. Read.
For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments.
That we keep the laws of God. So you know what? If I want to show God that I love him, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to obey what he's saying. He told me not to buy today. I'm not going to buy. He told me not to work, not to sell. I'm not going to do it. You see what I'm saying? That's the only way. How is your son or your children going to show you they love you? By disrespecting everything that you tell them not to do? No, by listening to you. Ain't you a son of God? So why are we not listening to our Father? Malachi 1 and 6. Why are we not listening to our Father? You know why? Because we ain't got no fear. We were taught that God is love, and that's not true. God is a man of war, according to the Bible. God is a warrior. God annihilated all other nations prior to Noah. God annihilated them with great waters on the earth. So imagine what he's going to do in these last days. You know what's going to happen to America? Nuclear destruction.
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And